Hey.
Hello. Woo, that's really close. Hold on. Can you hear me?
I can.
Oh, I can hear you too. But I can't. Okay, why is it in my face? Can we make me smaller? Where can I go? I gotta put you like way over here.
We
Hold
got
on,
the echo
hold on.
too.
Okay, hold on.
Sorry, what was that, mommy?
You can't see me. Shit. Okay. I just had to deal with my face being so like. Oh man, how come I never can get this right? It's like 2035. Am I echoing? It's almost.
Yeah, I'm echoing.
I can't get these things. All right, hold on. What if I went sideways? No, that's definitely not a good idea. Where can I put you? Where do people do this in the car? I've never done this.
I'm going to fly to Barcelona just to bring your technical support.
Yeah, I need technical support. Martin, this is the first time I've done an IG live in the car. I mean, help me out. The struggle is real, people.
The struggle's real.
Okay, hi.
Can you press the mute button? I think that we did last time I heard.
That's as good as I can go.
Yeah. No echoing. No.
I don't know anything about this damn mute button. You see, this is why we needed to have like a technical try before house.
How do we figure this out?
I'm glad you're laughing.
Yesterday.
Yeah, that was yesterday. Yesterday was a disaster. It's the story of my life. What do we do? And it looks like I have a filter on, like I want to have a filter, but I don't have a filter. I promise. It's like some weird lighting.
You just have the sun.
I have like the sun, so it makes me look like I'm all like filtered.
It's a real filter.
It's a real filter.
Jason, help me.
What do we do?
Okay, so do you see the at the bottom of your screen? There's like the microphone, the camera, the reverse camera, all those little buttons there.
I just see add a comment and then a little thing that has a question mark and then a send arrow.
Okay. Do you not see anywhere like a microphone icon somewhere on your screen?
No. Does everybody have those?
I don't know.
What's wrong with my phone? It's Android. Is that the problem?
This is like.
And also, could someone send me and tell me like what do you guys put in your car so that you can like do these things? Is there like a special like adapter thing that I'm supposed to put here somewhere on my windshield or something so that I can do these sorts of things?
On the top of the screen and
focus.
And then also
my wife
she can't hear either of us.
Damn it. All right, hold on. Okay, now I muted myself.
Can you hear me? I'm still
Yes.
echoing.
Can you hear me?
Perfectly.
Oh, that's weird because I did finally find where the mute button was. It's what I need in my life. Mute. Listen, maybe the problem is on your end. Why is it always my problem?
Because I've done like 300 of these, and it only echoes with you, my friend.
Whatever. I've only done like 5. All right. You're right. I'm wrong. I can handle it.
So good.
It's a comedy hour.
It's clearly.
I can't stand the angle.
Yeah.
I mean, where can I go in this car? I have a tiny car. I mean, I live in Europe. It's like small. It's a Fiat. It's cute. It's an egg.
I love it.
It's a little egg car. So all you're gonna get is like, I can't. I mean, I could go sit in the back seat.
Okay, well here's the deal. I'm just gonna sit back, and you can just talk a little bit more about all the stuff we're talking about yesterday, because I think we scratched the surface on a ton of different topics, but ultimately coming down to your the collaboration
I'm
that
listening.
you and Danica are working on, and how awesome that is.
Yeah. Okay. Well, oh, that works. I think I figured it out. So you're like wedged into the window.
So we got the video,
I like
but not the audio.
I like it. Okay, I'm still like trying to figure out. Now I know why people like are so weird in their cars. It's like weird. Okay. So Danica and I, we're doing these two separate programs. They're not. Though after yesterday, it seems like actually they should be together. Like maybe we should, Danica, let's make a plan without Danica, and then we'll get back to her and we'll tell her what we're doing.
Right, it'll be our secret.
It'll be our secret, right? Yeah. So, I mean, here's my like super transparency is that I am what I call a productive procrastinator. So like I get lots of ideas and I want to do a lot of things, and then I get really busy doing other things, and then I start new projects. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Your thoughts.
So
you get distracted halfway through your sentence.
I create this. So I start thinking about this program that I'm dreaming of, that is sort of a takeoff of the Advanced Mover series, which I've been teaching since. Just stop laughing. I'm trying to be serious now.
Sorry. Okay.
So I started this mover. It's called the Mover series. In the beginning of the year, and it's a class for teachers, and it's basically me providing a container for teachers to come and work and get taught, get led through a workout, and because I know how difficult it is to like find the time in our teaching schedules to do that, and I also need to be held accountable to be able to keep up my own practice. So I started the Advanced Mover series with this in mind, and also really feeling isolated, and realizing that technology, as bad as I am with it, is like the way to go. And here we are able to use technology, blah, blah, blah. Same story as everybody else. And so the Mover series is so rewarding for me, and and I've met incredible teachers from all over the world who come to class, and after class we have a time for sort of discussion and check in and find out what's going on, and we talk about all sorts of things. And there goes a bus. I feel so urban. All right. I am not urban at all. I live with chickens and two cats and a child. Anyway, long story. That's another story. Okay.
Right.
So from the Mover series, I decided, where can we take this? Where can we take this? Like what's next? And so I started sort of dreaming up this program that was going to help teachers teach better. That was sort of the it of it. And I thought, okay, because a lot of the conversations we were having after the Advanced Mover series were questions about skill, teaching skill and craft, and how to teach certain things, and why I think about something in a certain way, or breaking it down, but from a perspective not of like breaking it down just simply like how do you do the exercise, but like why do you do the exercise,
right?
And you know, how does it connect in the larger picture? Okay, so I start working on this program, and I keep like shelving it. I just keep like, ooh, look over here. Like, let's not. I keep like, I want to do it, but I'm like terrified, and I'm like, who the hell cares? Like, who's gonna come? So
Yeah.
shelf it. And Danica and I, have these conversations every once in a while, and we decided to have a catch up, and we realized that we were both working on very similar projects, and we thought, oh, we had these like great conversations around our projects and what we wanted to do and how we wanted to be in better service to Pilates teachers specifically. And she was a lot of help for me, like it was really nice to feel supported and seen, and also to be given some good ideas, right? And so if she was here, I'm sure she would say the same.
Yeah.
No, I can't be sure. But anyway, I'd like to think that I was able to give her also what she was,
You reciprocated.
How she was supporting me. And so then, I don't know, in some conversation at some point we were like, well, let's promote our programs together. And then it's like we both can sort of kick each other in the butt about it, because she was like, get that damn thing off the shelf and start promoting it. How come nobody knows? And I was like, nobody knows because I haven't talked about it.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, well, that's not gonna work. So part of us like coming together was really like, okay, peer to peer, like how can we help each other? And what are the things that I get stuck with, or stuck on, or stuck over.
Yes.
And if she can sort of help me like push through those things. So that's just basically how it started. And then I'm 100% sure, okay, it was my idea to reach out to you and do what we did yesterday. But It was her idea to do the webinar. I'm pretty sure.
Gotcha.
I would have never thought of a webinar. I don't even know how to do it. I mean, I can barely use my phone for crying out loud.
Clearly. Actually, so Maria, can you turn down your volume for a second? I turn it down.
Right. That's as low as it goes.
Okay.
I can talk softer.
No, it's just it's my echo. I'm talking through. I just want to read Nicole's comment, or maybe you guys could read it. So
that means I gotta get real close.
Love the camaraderie because you have some good stuff. Well, this is what I wrote down. Maria, you said peer to peer. How can we help each other? That is the question that I think we need to ask more, right? Like not just how can I help you, or what can I get out of this, but like how can we mutually help each other to level up, right?
Right. I don't know. I think there's lots of ways. I mean, do you ever do that thing where at the beginning of the year you like set an intention or like pick a word?
I've done that for years actually. Like have like some kind of word that I keep coming back to. Like intentionality would be one that I've landed on with years.
I like it. Well, a couple years ago, I would say maybe 2 years ago, I decided that my word was going to be collaboration. And I wanted to explore what that meant. And I've sort of kept in that flow because I like it so much. And I think as, what's the word, right? Solopreneur.
Yes.
Like that's just like it's just saying it is exhausting, And it's like, well, how do we there's mom. She's walking to go get her kid. I'm still in the car. I have no idea what time it is. Okay, at the half-hour mark, someone is gonna have to tell me that I gotta go pick up my kid. So solopreneur, like how do we shift from solopreneur to something that doesn't feel so solo? And I think it has to do with collaboration. I think it has to do with collaboration, and I think it has to do with putting yourself out there. Putting yourself out there to being open to doing something with somebody else. You know, for example, Labrice Ochsner, who lives in Switzerland, 3 years ago, we did a retreat together. And we'd always wanted to do a retreat, and we never, I could never get it together because I kept putting it on the shelf, you know, and other things kept coming up, right? So we, in a conversation, we discovered that it was something we had both wanted to do and never done before. So we were like, well, let's do one together. And it's, I don't know, it's as simple as that. You're like, well, because then each person can do what they're kind of good at.
Yes.
Especially we're talking, you know, the admin, Danica in like 2 days, like created this whole webinar thing in this program, and it's a whole thing, and all I have to do is like click a link. Like, I don't even understand how to do it, but and she created this whole course that you can watch, and then there's information about us. It's awesome. Like, that would take me like
9 months.
How long, and I would shelf it. I would be like, oh, let me go do something else instead. Let me mop the floor or something. I mean, the floor needs to be mopped. It's important too. So yeah, I collaborate out of necessity. That's what I realized. I just made that up just now.
That pretty much captures everything you just said there. Like, you just have this mind that is just all over the place, and needs someone who will just reel it all in and say, let's go this way.
Yeah, I mean, I get pulled in all kinds of directions all the time.
Yep.
You know, and
as we all do.
And we all do. Right. I'm not the only one. And so when you collaborate or put yourself out there for someone else, okay, here's what's easier for me, and maybe somebody else also relates to this. Like, I feel like, I mean, I could be wrong, but I feel like I'm really good at giving advice. I love giving advice. You want to come to me and be like, Maria, I'm not really quite sure like where I want to take this right now. I'm like, let's talk about it. I got all kinds of ideas for you. But applying them to myself is a whole nother kit and caboodle. I don't even know what that means. But anyway, like I can't do that for myself. I can do that for someone else.
Right.
And so when you create these relationships with other professionals, like, they help you do the things that you're struggling with, and you help them do the things they're struggling with. Okay, I'm going to say one more thing, and then I probably have to go.
Okay.
Back to the solopreneur thing.
Yes.
I'm laughing because I didn't know the talking, but that's okay because you don't want to echo. For a long time, I really bought into the idea that I needed to be able to do everything on my own. Mm-hmm. Actually, I still am working on it. Like, I'm working on the delegating. I'm working on figuring out that, like, I actually can't do everything, that I need other people to kind of help me get things done. But I think there's this idea that when we go into this work, that we should do everything, like we have to do our own marketing, our own, whatever, do the list, like all of it, and that's hard, and it's hard to do all of those things and grow professionally I mean, I guess that is all part of the growing professionally.
Well, Danica said it best yesterday, where she was saying, like, we got us to help people not to learn QuickBooks.
Right.
Right. That's really it. So you can find people. I always say, staff to your weaknesses. Like, you have areas of passion, you have skill sets, do that, and surround yourself with others that can flow in those other areas, and together you have a great team.
Yeah. So, what do we... Now what do we talk about?
Well, I just so much more I can say, but all I'm hearing is myself as I say it. So,
yeah.
Yeah, and Leslie's got a handle on it too, in terms of understanding how do you, like, the wisdom in outsourcing those other areas that you're not passionate about, so you could do the part that you are most excited about, all the more. So Jamie was saying you're just a big thinker and creator. So awesome that you found your partner in execution. Balance. I think that's Joachim and his balance.
What else?
All right. Well, I know you have some kiddos to pick up. So I'm not. I don't want to hold you up anymore, but I
got one kiddo. Though here's what kind of parent I am. So all the cars are like pulling up around the school. I got a good parking spot because I came early, but I don't see any parents walking up the street with their kids yet, so they must not be out. So I'm like, oh, we can keep talking until I start seeing kids.
Then you gotta just dash because your kids will be sitting there. Are you the parent who would like show up late and leave your kids sitting on the curb waiting for you, mad because you like forgot slightly?
Yeah, I am that parent. I'm gonna own it. And I don't feel bad about it. Yeah, I'm always intending to be there on time, and then I don't make it on time. And at this point, my kid's pretty used to it. So he just, starts playing, and then I show up. He knows not to go anywhere. There's a bunch of parents. It's okay.
Someone else will pick up the slack for me.
I don't know. And then you see, I could leave right now, but I'm like, oh, he can. It's okay. School's not quite out yet. I'm like, can we delete all of this part afterwards?
Yeah.
Bad parenting. Don't take parenting advice from me.
I know. It's just real parenting.
I was a latchkey kid. And I was raised by a single parent. Like, I spent a lot of time on my own. I spent a lot of time, walking myself home, opening the door with my key, and like making myself a sandwich. So I feel like,
you can wait 7 minutes.
If he has to sit and wait for me for like 3 minutes, it's totally fine. I need him to feel a little self-reliant.
Yes.
In safe environments.
Right.
But yeah, so I don't know what else we're supposed to talk about. That's it.
That was basically it. There's a lot of people who are doing those like different kind of programs, and one of the things, for those who didn't watch yesterday, one of the things that we're really, really emphasizing is the fact that you don't necessarily have to go back and do another teacher training program if you feel like there's some gaps in your learning, or you've lost that passion or lost that zeal for what you're doing. Maybe it's just a question of looking at your skill set, maybe learning some adjunct skills in terms of your teaching that would make you more excited about what you already know, or put together what you already know in a different way. And that's what my friends are putting together here.
Yeah, exactly. This is I think where many teachers find themselves, after they've had a chance to be working in the studio, working with different bodies, it takes a while before you start realizing what you know and what you don't know. And I think it's part of the journey of being a teacher, that you get out of your teacher training and you know everything, and you are, you know, I mean, you might be green, but you feel like you know everything. And then after a few years of teaching, you start realizing, you know, where those gaps are. And to be honest, that's where the good stuff starts to happen. And that's the part that I'm most interested in, being there for teachers in that moment and helping them carry through to the next part.
Yes.
Hi. Okay, now I gotta go. now I'm making a scene. All right.
Thank you, Maria.
So, I know what I can say, which I forgot to say yesterday. I have a Q&A happening on Saturday, which I programmed and then forgot to mention. And the Q&A is about the program that I'm starting in January. So there's a link in my bio, and you can sign up for the Q&A, and then you can come to the Q&A and ask me all kinds of questions.
Yes. Amazing. So Joel's comment, it really takes a few months after teacher training is completed, or takes a few.
Right.
Yeah.
Few months, few years.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Nice.
Martin, you're the best. It's always super fun.
Always.
So until next time. Okay, now parents are leaving with their children. I really gotta go. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Do you know how to get out?
Signing out.
Hey, she does. All right. Leslie, if you want to join me on screen, I'd love to have you on. Can I tell you, that was like cathartic to just laugh, like with Maria, not at her, like with her, because she's just, she's just real. Yeah, let me bring Leslie on.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm just still smiling. She just kills me. She's so funny.
It's like in my daily life. And I'm like, I know how to do technology. When it's not working with us, like these robots can't be smarter than me. It's not possible.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna set you up. Excuse the bed in the background, y'all. This is the world's not the smallest hotel room I've ever been in, but it's tiny.
Yes, pretty tight.
It's a midtown, uptown, I don't know what town I'm in, but hotel room, so it's typical.
Nice. So how you been? We've been like chatting a while.
I know, it's been insane. I've been great. Thank you for asking. I like pop in, I look at what's happening, and I'm like, okay. But since I'm on East Coast time, it's so much easier for me to pop in and actually look like I got up for the day. Hi, Joel. We have to do our call. I'm gonna hang out at Joel's studio. Like before the end of the year, we're gonna do a fun thing at Joel's studio on my road trip.
Nice.
Yeah. So no, life's been really good. Like launched a podcast. I'm in New York doing some meetings for some awesome things. Just doing life every day.
Yes.
And I just love that Maria is saying, like, you can't do it all. You cannot. No, if you are listening, Brad did a free webinar for Balanced Body on how to hire. Okay. It's free. It's on Balanced Body's like e-learning. If you go to their site, you can look it up and listen to how many people work with us. Like I feel like, hey, you do it all. I don't do most of it. My face and my ideas and my vision, it's all there, but like, it's impossible. It's not possible for me to be here in New York and for things to be running if it relies on me doing it all. So yeah, Joel 28. What's up?
Yeah, I mean, and you can answer this question well, because I've asked you this before, but everyone who's crosses through core conversations has had different points in the continuum of what they want to do with their business. Some people own studios, some people own multiple studios, some people are still working for a club Pilates 5 hours a week, right? Like, I mean,
Right. You
and
can do whatever
not
you want.
knocking, you can do whatever you want. Exactly. So everyone's at different points. So the point that you're at is a really interesting point. And some people want to be there. And then some people want to do what I'm doing and have, like, you know, and some people want to. So I just love that. So I just celebrate all the awesome things that you're doing and how you figured out your niche in many ways. Like, I think you're just doing a great job with that.
Thank you. And I think it's like a good tequila. Like, it gets better over time, right? The more you age it. So, like, anyone watching this, wherever you are, like, I think it's so important. I said this over on my Pilates thing. Like, I think it's important to compare yourself to yourself. Like, you can be inspired by other people, but if you are looking at someone else's life thinking, I should be doing that, you just have to ask yourself, like, if you want to do it. You actually want to do it. And then, because I've been coaching people who during the pandemic have opened up second and third studios because they want to do that, not because they saw someone else and they're like, I should do that. And I've seen other people who are like, I'm going to just go inside, and you get to do whatever you want, and it's what you want to do. And then it's finding the support that allows you to do it the best way you can. And so I get to continue to niche and talk about what I'm passionate about because I'm not doing all the things, because I've been doing it for a really long time. You know, like, it's
we were talking about that
yesterday. Oh yeah.
No, I legit that we did mention that yesterday because, like, there's people who move into the online space and coaching and all those different things, and then, like, what you do isn't like a knee-jerk reaction to COVID. You were doing it long before, right?
OPC
and if people
started in 2018.
Actually, let me just give you a chance to just brag for a second. Tell me, like, tell those who don't know who you are, like, what you do and what you have going on. Just, like, boast for a second, because you're doing awesome work, but not everyone knows this.
Who doesn't love a brag moment? You probably don't, because I don't spend a lot of time in, like, Facebook groups and stuff like that, because I actually have 2 thriving communities of hundreds of people. So I'm with them. So hi, I'm Leslie Logan. I founded OPC, which is onlinepilatesclasses.com, in 2018. It was my way of supporting my peeps who love Pilates with me while I started traveling 100,000+ miles a year teaching. So I put that on, but I wanted to have accountability and community. That is so important to me. I didn't want people to sign up for another subscription they didn't use. So that's what OPC is. It started in 2018, which is well before the pandemic. And then Agency, which is my online coaching platform that my husband and I do together, and Erica Quest does small group calls for us in there now, and she's going to start offering some one-on-one calls, and we're trying to bring in some more coaches. That has turned 4 in January, which is insane. And that membership is a place where you come to be in community, where you can complain and people understand what it means to have a late cancel on a Friday afternoon. And it's like, yeah, you got paid, but, like, you could have, like, gone out. You could, you know, like, different things like that. Yeah. And also where people who, like, are like, oh my God, I should be doing all the things. Other members, not just me, go, no, you're not supposed to do all the things. And, like, you know, so we bring in different guest speakers. This month we have, it's November. My publicist is going to come in and talk about promoting yourself, pitching yourself, and how to handle rejection, and if actually you've been rejected at all, because sometimes you have to promote yourself 10, 15 times to somebody. So if you're wanting to be in a magazine, you want to be in a newspaper, you want to be on the news, literally, when you see that happen for me, that was a year plus in the making. That was like 15 rejections, not now. Oh, we'll do it next time. Like, just, like, nothing personal. That's just you're not their priority right now, but that doesn't mean you won't be. So she's coming in to teach people how to do that and how to handle the rejection. And Brad's actually coming in tomorrow to teach how to hire on Upwork and Fiverr. He's going to actually hire someone. He's going to put out a job post and show you how we hire people. So, and then we have just some epic things. So that's what I do. So I do now. I don't really teach one-on-ones anymore, not because I don't love it, but because I don't have that kind of time, and that's not where my business is growing. Oh, and we have a podcast, Be It Till You See It, which is not a Pilates podcast, which I think is disappointing to some people, but I really want to inspire people to get the fuck out of their own way and be it till they see it. And so that's what that is. And I've been cooking up, oh my God, I've been cooking up a mentorship program for people who want to learn how to teach classically the way I do, which is, like, not perfect. It's a lot of fun. So we're secretly launching that Thursday to a small group of people. And
Nice.
then we have our in-person retreat, which sold out in 2 weeks. So that's happening in March. We're doing it. So yeah, we're doing a lot of things, but it's all things I want to be doing. And I think that's key. If you hear that and go, she's doing so much, I have to do more. You really, truly can do things if you'll have to get rid of some stuff. So so Amit says, do you not teach clients at all then? I have a few from my LA peeps. They're not teachers. They're just amazing. They're with me, so I love them, and I love teaching them because it lets me still be in a teaching position.
Yeah.
So I can understand what it feels like when someone like cancels, or I have to like cancel. Like I can stay in that. And then sometimes our agency and OPC members want a class, so they'll hit up my assistant and go, "Can Leslie teach us?" So I do teach people still in real time, but it's not the priority. It's just icing on the cake. It's kind of like for fun for me now. So
yeah,
that's a lot. Thanks for letting me brag, Martin. You've been doing such epic things, though. I've been watching. I'm excited for you to do Brink again.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. Just living it out. I like living out my message instead of just like scribbling stuff down. So I've been kind of letting this marinate for a few months actually. So I'm excited about it. Joel's got a question there. Where's your retreat this time?
We're not allowed into Cambodia right now, so we have a house there still. We just can't go. But it's going to be this retreat's in Vegas. And I think we'll keep the in-person retreats in Vegas just because it's actually really easy for anyone in the world to fly into. So
True.
Assuming your border is open, Vegas has flights 24/7, so it's really easy for people to get to. And that's important to me just because when it comes to your business, I know you're leaving your business to come work on your business. So for those retreats, I want people to have least amount of time that have to be away from their family and business, because I know that's hard. If you've never gone away from your business, it can be really scary to do, especially the first time or two. And so Mindy's coming. So I wanted to make sure that after work day, show up, we work on your business, and then you can fly right out after the photo shoot's over. So yeah.
Very cool. I always think it's cool, and for those who are watching and know Leslie, I've had so many people on, and I've told this in the past too, where I have people talking and I hear them talk about their business plan and their vision and what they're doing. And I'm like, man, this person's got it together. And they're like, and I've been doing this agency thing for a while. And I'm like, hey.
Yeah, we have, oh my God, we've had hundreds of teachers have gone. Well, thousands have gone through our mini training. And then hundreds, like we're talking probably, we're over 300 people that have gone through our agency membership. And people graduate and go on, or they come back for different reasons, like different seasons of your life. And we've had, I think we're at 40% have been members for over 18 months at this point, which is insane for a subscription. Y'all, if you're thinking of doing subscription stuff, just so you know, the average lifetime of a member is 90 days. It's called churn. So I'm really proud of our community. People stay in it and they go through their seasons of their life, and there's their business expands and grows. They just keep going, and we get to keep growing with them. So yeah, I see them come on. Like I'll see Martin's live with Carrie, Martin's live with so-and-so. Like, girls, I don't want to make them nervous, so I often won't pop on because I'm afraid. I don't want them to see my name and then like,
Yeah, but no, that's true. I mean, that's it. I mean, we are in many ways, like we're almost raising up another generation in that way too, right? Where they're owning that piece of their work and they're taking the knowledge they got from you or from other teachers, other coaches that come on here. And I see their people come on and they're at that same sense of pride because like, you know, it's interesting, you know, like we talk about elders and in this Pilates world, how there's generations of teachers. And then as we learn things, we're learning the other nuances of the work, and we're handing that off to other people as well. And we're like, there's a lineage in that way with, not to give negative connotation to that word, but like in a positive way, that we're learning things, we're setting up the next generation of teachers who are coming out of a teacher training and don't know where to go next. We're arming them in different ways.
That's exactly why I wrote the book Profile Pilates 8 years ago, was because I was frustrated with the amount of people I couldn't hire because they were sold a program that only made them be able to work on one piece of equipment at a particular studio, and that's it. And I thought that's a shame, because the world is not getting a good teacher, and they didn't know that, right? I just so happened to meet someone who told me to go to a program that was exactly a right program for me to go to at the time. It was available in my city that had 600-hour training, right? So if I didn't know, and if the internet was at all decent at the time, as we know, Pilates people didn't have websites until like I was like, you need a website.
Right.
So I could have easily ended up in that. So I wrote that book, and then
Nice.
you're gonna think, well, oh my God, that's right. So it's like 9 years. Oh, I'm getting old. So I started that, and then I kept seeing an issue. I kept seeing the most amazing teachers not making money, and I was like, I don't understand. And it's not Pilates. It's a money mindset, y'all. It's from the patriarchy. If you want to go to it, people are like, money doesn't grow on trees. It does. You can create it. Okay. But we've been told a penny saved, a penny earned, and all these things to keep you back, and especially women. And who is the majority of teachers? They are women. So we have been told I can't make money doing something we love. And it lies. And so that if I can leave a stamp on this industry, it would be that you can make money doing what you love. You can help people. And then because I happen to be a good teacher, I think, sorry if that ring just got really loud in your ear. It's
okay.
Letting I know my meeting's coming up. Because I happen to be a good teacher of something, people want to learn from me. And I had an interesting training upbringing where I just felt really abused and held back and told to be like this. And that didn't sit well with me, and it didn't make me feel good about myself. So I kept seeking out people telling me to feel good about myself, which is that's the worst thing you can do. But it did lead me to studying with Jay and Sandy, and that's how I met Joel and so many amazing people. And so I really do love showing people that you can be a classical Pilates person and not be perfect and not be performative and connect. And also that you can love people who teach anything and however they teach, because it really doesn't matter, right? It really doesn't matter. It matters why you teach. That's what matters. It matters that you care about what you do. And so I'm just really grateful. And if I can leave anybody that works with me, even if they come for one session, I can leave them with that, stop trying to be perfect at Pilates and just focus on connecting. I know I'm leaving the world in a better place. And that is, so I think you're right. I think you, me, and a bunch of other people who are also in this room and you've had on are doing the Lord's work.
It's true, in that sense, right? I mean, and it's like you said, it matters why we teach, and my talk is about the how, right? We all have our why, we know our why. We've heard the Simon Sinek talk and understand your why, but we rob the world of who we are when we don't do it our way. If I tried to be Leslie right now and used your how, no one's going to experience my how.
No, they're going to get a watered down version of you, and you're going to feel like an imposter because you're not being yourself.
Right.
And I think the reason why so many people feel imposter syndrome, it's because they're trying to do it the way they've seen it done.
Yes.
And I'm not saying that you shouldn't use a roadmap that's already there.
No, modeling helps.
Yeah, but you have to have your take on it. I show up and do Pilates with lipstick on. I sometimes show up in my pajamas, right? I don't always have the perfect, thing on. If I do, it's because I have to be on camera and people they don't want to see your sweat during your face. But you have to figure out what is your voice? What are the words you use? Just because your teacher trainer used those words doesn't mean when you use those words it's going to make sense, because it's not going to have the same thing. And so you use the roadmaps that are there, but question the directions, because they could be 20 years old and there may be a new road that was built and there may be a new technology that's out there. There's a new opportunity. So use that modeling, but then also I think people just get stuck on, it's never been done like this, so I can't do it. Do it because it hasn't been done like that. Please. That's what makes you unique. Don't you think you first need to know what you're doing before you find your own voice and take it on? Well, we just talked about that. I mean, I think you model.
That's the foundation of modeling.
Yeah, you can say it the way your teacher trainer taught you or whatever, but if you only say it that way, you're not going to have clients, because it's not your words, and there is going to be this subconscious energy that's working there. And you have to be able to like have your own spin, your own unique accent to it, I guess what I would say. So 100%, you can't make something up that you don't know, but you also should not force yourself to stick with that.
It should have your signature on it. Yes. Yes.
Oh, you're so fun. I'm so excited that you're doing the Own Your How though, because so many people get stuck on that. They really, really do. Yeah. I really do. What else are you doing? I have to go in like 2 minutes, but what are you up to next? I want you to, I'm sure you bragged before, but let's just get another brag moment because I want to know.
Well, you know, we talk about being Pilates plus people. I'm actually preparing to run for city council next year.
That's incredible. Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
So I'm totally marrying my passion for social work and health and stuff like that with my local community. So I'm looking into that. I'm doing some pre-campaign now. I'm connecting with people. I'm actually just going to talk about that a little bit on that So Am I piece today as well, right? As we talk about all the different things that we're passionate about, I'm totally going to jump into that.
That's amazing. That's so cool. I think that's really great. I joked about running for politics, and Brad goes, "That's a hard no. We're just gonna stop you there." He's like,
yes.
He's like, "Wait, let's sell some businesses first, and then you can do whatever the fuck you want."
Right. Yeah, exactly.
That makes sense. Okay, totally understand.
Yeah.
Well, good for you. That's amazing. Well, you'll have to let us know how we can like use the power of all of these people all around the world to talk to somebody in your city, because like the way that the Kevin Bacon thing works, right, is like we're all connected to someone where you live.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll do that. And it's so funny, like my business is already being positioned for it. Like, as you can see, it's a different background, so I'm in a bigger shared space, like a little bit
cool.
You know, so I'm gonna be doing that, and also like we were talking about the teacher training stuff, like, so I'm going to continue to grow this and can use all these connections. So I'm growing, you know, we've talked offline about this, growing globally and growing locally at the same time, right? So
well, but I always say, like I've said it for years, if you want to become known globally, you get known locally.
Yeah,
because just like we just said, every person in your town knows someone somewhere else in the world. And if they know who you are, what you do, and why you rock at it, they will be able to tell someone in another place, "Oh my God, you got to talk to Martin. I know he does this thing online." Like if they know what you do and they know they can trust you and your town, it's amazing. I mean, way to go. That's really cool, sir.
Thank you. We talk all day about intersectionality, so I know you got to jump, but that's exactly it.
I
like,
do.
Health and wellness.
I have some amazing meetings, y'all. I have some amazing meetings. We are I'm like taking my deck around. It's like a book, but I'm taking my flashcards around and meeting some amazing editors around here. So I just want to say thanks to everyone who's still watching. You guys are amazing, and this is such a fabulous little touch point. It's like going to a place to hang out, but like, you know, and just different people get to talk. So you're awesome, Martin. Thanks for letting me have my bragging moment, and thanks for letting me get inspired about why you and I and everyone does what they do. It means the world. You're so cool. Okay, so let me know when we have to like find someone we know in your city to sign a petition for you to, whatever the rules are. Just
whatever the rules.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Post it. Bye,
all right, thanks, Lizzie. Thank you.
Thank you.